confirmation coming in from the royal family Twitter handle. With deep sorrow, the royal family confirming that Her Majesty the Queen has announced the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. So passed away at Windsor Castle at the age of 90, Prince Philip. Royalty no more. That's the latest breaking news we're picking up at this point in time. That confirmation, of course, coming in from the family itself, from the royal family itself, and he was aged 99. A statement from Buckingham Palace reading out that bit of news as well for the world. Also, my colleague and our executive editor, Niranjan, joining us with more details. Niranjan, we have that confirmation from the royal family. What more do we know?
Well, I can tell you that a statement from the Buckingham Palace has confirmed that it is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen has announced the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His Royal Highness, I'm just reading out the statement, His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. Other members of the royal family have been informed of his death, and it is expected that flags across the country will be lowered to half-mast. The Duke, the longest-serving reigning consort in British history, had recently been treated at King Edward VII Hospital and St. Bartholomew's Hospital for an infection. And from the details that we are picking up from news agencies, over the next few days, arrangements will be made for Prince Philip, who was married to Queen Elizabeth for over 70 years. He previously had said that he didn't want a fuss over his funeral, adding that he didn't want to lie in state at the Westminster Hall. And he will be buried at the Frogmore Gardens. We're picking up in the grounds of Windsor Castle, where the Queen often walked. He had installed the Royal Yacht Britannia's dining room at the Frogmore House. Now, these are details we're picking up from news agencies, and he was the husband and consort of Queen Elizabeth II, who's now has now gone into an 8-day period of mourning. UK will enter officially a 30-day period of official royal mourning before the Queen returns to public duties. He had officially retired from royal duties last May after 22,219 solo engagements. Prince Philip met the Queen, then Princess Elizabeth, in 1934 and has been at her side ever since. And they started corresponding 5 years later. He was 18, she was 13 before the relationship began. And they were married in 1947. And these are some of the details in the background of the royal family and the royal couple. And we just have received a statement from the Buckingham Palace saying that it's with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen has announced the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle, according to the statement that was released by Buckingham Palace. Members of the royal family have been informed of his death, and it is expected flags across the country, that is across the United Kingdom, will be lowered to half-mast. He's been the longest reigning consort in British history and had recently been treated at King Edward VII Hospital for an infection. Now, these are details that we've picked up